Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Welcome back. We're back for our second broadcast today. I hope everybody has had a chance to regroup and prayerfully feeling in a better mood right now. We're going to definitely change the topic. This particular broadcast will be nothing like the one before. We're going to move forward. We're going to do our regularly scheduled thing. Um, I pray that you all have had time to decompress and things like that. Millie, thank you for messaging me, man. I appreciate it. You're good people. You're good people. You know, it was definitely good chatting with you. And I look forward to doing it more often. I love what you stand for. I'm glad that you have a heart like you do. I feel like our what we want out of the world aligns with each other. And so, you know, that's why I think we just clicked up so nice and linked up because we are both fighting that same fight and we want to see the same results, you know? And so I'm glad you found us and I pray that you continuously come back. All right, so let's get started with our first thing. DJ Rocky B said, I love everyone's point of views. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's great. You know, we can't all be alike, but I do appreciate it does help when you have people to share the same common interest, but learning learning is always something good too. So when you have someone else to see it from a different perspective and can sorry, nope, there we go. And can put that on the table, it's always good to learn something good. And when you can be respectful of each other, you know. Exactly, Millie. I love
Ding,
that.
ding.
We all need each other. We all one united, we stand together. And that's it right there. That is it. All right, y'all. Listen, you know how I feel about this thing right here. You already know. I made it complete. I made it known. You know exactly. Big Mel. How you doing? Was you in the first? I don't think you weren't in the first broadcast, was you? Chirac, Evil Queen in the building. Shot Town. Melissa said respect doesn't matter much anymore. We found a lot of that in the first segment with some people that came in and wasn't liking what we were saying. Y'all know how I feel about this dude right here, no doubt. And so, yeah, you found me, Melissa. Thank you. We know for the past few days, few weeks, he's been crashing out. Just last week, the girl he's dating secretly recorded him on her phone. And he stated that Diddy had been clapping his cheeks and that it caused him to use the bathroom on himself without him even knowing, you know. So, but this is nothing new. In fact, if you go back years ago, maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago, and you was on YouTube and you kept up with Night and Day Network, they already stated to us that little fun boy right here and little Zane was Diddy and somebody else's. I forget the other person's name, but Diddy and somebody else's boy toys. So we already knew that. But it's one of those things where, yeah, it was stated, but you didn't see the proof or you didn't know. And then last week, it came out of his mouth. He said it himself. We also know that he pointed a pew pew at his kid's mother. I don't know if they're married or not, but his kid's mother while she was holding their baby in a domestic dispute. And now he can't see his kids. And he was crashing out about that. Yeah, Chirac. Chirac, Evil Queen, Lil Zane. And he was crashing out over that because he couldn't see his kids for the holidays. However, I find it hard to feel sorry for him for the simple fact, why would you even point a pew pew at anybody you supposedly love, but especially the mother of your children, while she's holding one of your one of your kids? Like, why would that? Anyways, but with all that being said, I would be remiss if I didn't point out the fact that him being hospitalized due to pneumonia, and he's been talking about Diddy pretty often. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but in either event, he talks about him. Welcome back, Lori. We have to put this in context. How many people have Diddy been involved with or been associated with, and they end up with pneumonia? Hey, Jenny said they got to him. Hey, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Now, I know a lot of people going to say, hey, you starting stuff, you've been conspiracy. No, we're just basing things off of what's happened in the past. I mean, Heavy D passed away. And yeah, I know they said it was respiratory complications. But we can't say pneumonia can cause that, right? Kim Porter passed away from pneumonia, right? And Al B got sick, really sick, almost lost his life, and he had some sickness going on too, right? Thank you for the finger heart, Chirac, Evil Queen. Now let's DJ Rocky B. I missed that. You said I think he marked Whitney with that bad bag. Definitely some foul play involved in her unaliving, for sure, no doubt, no doubt. Here's the thing, Brittany Murphy, and if I remember correctly, I believe Brittany Murphy's husband passed away not too long after her with the same thing, right? And so cars and pneumonia are their go-tos. Yes. And so here's what it'd be easy for us to think this, right? So we're not out of the realm of possibility in thinking that maybe, especially after saying that this dude was plugging your back door, that he didn't have anybody do something like this, right? We know he has reach, even though he's locked up. We do know he has reach outside. What's his name? The attorney. We heard that yesterday, right? When he said he was going to stop representing these people and doing these trials. And I can't remember, Blackburn, that's his name, Blackburn. He said that he was getting people that was threatening him and things like that, right? And so we do know Diddy has reach, even though he's incarcerated. He has people on the outside that can carry out things he won't done. Lori, thank you for that gold medal. I appreciate that so much. So what we got? How many we got? We got one. So we need 4 more. That's the gifting goal, y'all. We got 2, so we need 3 more. That's the gifting goal right now. We need 3 gold medals on deck. Remember, keep double tapping that screen. If you've sent Heart Me, please click on this orange heart. Claim your points. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click on this orange heart. That'll be right here. Pink Tech, thank you for that gold medal. Click on this orange heart right here and subscribe to the channel. Remember, you're going to need that next Saturday, or you're going to miss next Saturday's show. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you will not be able to see next Saturday evening's broadcast with us, and that's something you don't want to miss. I pray that she comes back in here. I sent her an invite. I enjoyed the fact that she came up on the panel earlier, and okay, wow, thank y'all, knocked that out. Thank y'all. All right, let's set up a new one real quick, and then we're gonna get into the audio, because I'm telling you, I agree with you, sis. Pneumonia and Diddy, that's a deadly combination, and that's no pun intended. That's real spill. That's real spill. All right, we're gonna get some donuts up there. Let's get us some snacks while we listening. All right, y'all ready? Let's go. Shout out to you all who came back. That was part of the first broadcast and came back to this one. Thank you for rocking with me, and we appreciate the love and support. Shout out to you, Millie, for sure.
What is happening to Ray J, guys? He's been hospitalized for severe pneumonia. Now, this immediately reminds me of Kim Porter and the relationship with P. Diddy, and that when you speak too much, him and his goons will come after you in some kind of way. It was only a couple of weeks ago that this man was talking about how Diddy used to take his behind. Yesterday, talking about Diddy and the freak-offs.
You're welcome.
And now he's
You're
been
welcome.
placed into hospital.
See?
He was admitted last night suffering from a severe case of pneumonia and very strong heart pains. A source close to the artist tells the outlet that Ray J remains in the hospital where he has received x-rays. There's been no word yet of his results or if that he is in the clear at all. But this is a sudden health scare and that has landed Ray J back in a Las Vegas hospital just weeks after he shared updates from the road. In 2021, he battled a serious case of long-COVID pneumonia when he reportedly believed he might die and required oxygen. 3 weeks ago, Ray J revealed he had been hitchhiking across the country, though it remains unclear as to why. I don't believe he ever was hitchhiking. I feel like, Ray J's on the severe need of some kind of love from God and, justice or just some kind of guilt behind him for what he has been doing in his life that he shouldn't have been doing. I think this severe pneumonia that he has and why he's been placed into hospital is pneumonia that was probably given to him by ulterior forces around, because Ray J seems to be one of the few people who keeps speaking about Diddy, whether it's positive, whether it's pro Diddy, whether it's against Diddy. I don't really see many other celebrities, people in that sphere speaking about Diddy in a consistent manner. I don't see anyone. Even when it was the peak of Diddy's criminal trial, everybody in Hollywood was quiet and for reasons. And I think that now Ray J being hospitalized, hospitalized. I don't know what's going on with me. It's this long ass flight I took. I think that this is quite worrying. I just feel like he's crashing out. He's harming people around him. I think it's very important to understand, Ray J is not some victim, but I do hope that he might have been a victim, but now he's harming people around him. We've seen it on his streams, but I do hope this man comes to a recovery. We don't want to see anything happen to him. Of course, you can't see his children or his ex-princess after what he was doing to them as well. So, it all could just be stress mounting on him. I don't even know what it could be, but it's definitely something that is definitely shaking him, which is why he's currently placed in hospital. Now, reports are stating that Will Smith is really upset with what has happened with this lawsuit that has come out because it's completely derailed his comeback. He's really upset. He's being sued for wrongful termination and, SA. Will is absolutely beside himself over this, and even though the claims are baseless, it's still been a nightmare to deal with. His source tells the Inquirer it's hours and hours with lawyers, endless phone calls, and that horrible feeling of seeing his name dragged through the mud all over again. This couldn't have come for a worse time, because in early September, Deadline reported him and his production company signed a first look deal, Mulcher picked a deal with Paramount. So Smith, who's faced major backlash since the Chris Rock stuff, was very hyped upon this being his real-time comeback. This has cast a big shadow over everything, and he's convinced it's going to taint him all over again.
Not that I'm
and my thing is this. Okay, I don't really give a damn, because if you really are harming boys and men like this left and right, and Jada Pinkett Smith is your beard, then let the beard come off and let these lawsuits come out and expose people left, right, and center. Because when it happened to Diddy, we were all here for it. We shouldn't be like, oh no, we love Will Smith, he's likable, let's not this happen to him. Oh no, we like Tyler Perry, why?
I have no idea why we got a restriction for it. I mean, I don't think we did anything wrong. But you know what, Millie, the platform does that to us. It's look, I told y'all the other day, I know I'll get back to it, it's gonna be really quick. Remember, I was telling y'all the other day, was it yesterday I opened up and I was showing y'all how they were striking my stuff, and then I had to appeal it, and then they'll let it go through. But they were perfectly okay with the other content creators showing the picture of a guy being strange fruited, and they didn't think that didn't merit a strike. It's okay for you to have a picture of you strange fruiting a black man, but if you mention something about a orange guy, they don't like that. And we're not even mentioning it right now. It wants a monthly subscription. Yeah, I don't. Did you already? You clicked the heart me button up here, and then you went and did your checklist and claimed your points. You might have clicked the orange one that's for the subscription. Okay, so yeah, that's to subscribe to the channel. That's asking you for the payment for the subscription. That's what you'll have to do in order to watch the show next Saturday when we have our guest of honor on here. Yes, that part, sis. Make sure.
It's
Yeah,
happening to him. If these men have used the ability of their wealth and fame to harm younger boys and men in the industry, I
that's
don't see why we
crazy.
can't
I don't know
discuss
what's
it.
going
I don't
on.
see why lawsuits can't come out to discuss all
Let
of
me
this stuff.
change it and see something.
Jada Pinkett Smith is apparently tired of the constant drama. Girl, you are the drama. And a lot of people in her world are saying this could be the final straw. Anything that hits Will hits her too, and she's been sick of collateral damage. Well, this is the thing. If there are now consistent lawsuits that hit Will Smith, just like it hit Diddy, she might need to do that. She might need to divorce him to save any name that she has left for herself, which I feel like she tarnished just
I
by
think that's what
continuously
Beehive
speaking
want to do.
about
Camel
her
face.
and 24/7 outside of the red table talk, and constantly people just were over it a couple of years ago, which is why she's gone quiet. I can see Will Smith and multiple lawsuits coming his way. The accuser in a video said that there are many other people out there that he's spoken to that have gone through
Try
this with
that.
Will, and so therefore this is what he's afraid of. All of these people have seen Diddy crumble, a billionaire crumble, and is currently in prison after
True,
multiple lawsuits came out, and then it led to an indictment by the police. And so they're all worried that this could happen to them. Tyler and Will are very worried that they basically could be the next ones on the chopping block this year, because every single year it's always some celebrity that is going to be knocked off the chopping block for whatever reason. And after he just signed this Paramount deal, which is huge, it's been tainted. The comeback's been derailed. Everyone's speaking about this lawsuit now that Will Smith is facing, and when everybody stops speaking
It
about it, there
worked
probably
now,
is going to be
Millie.
another one. So tainted completely. This whole Cassie stuff, people have not
Thank you,
realized,
Lori.
including me, how tremendously it's changed the industry forever. Because the Cassie lawsuit that started all of this has
Truest
inspired so
statement
many
says
people to
celebrities
not
have a
only
shelf
come
life.
after Diddy, but multiple of these celebrities
It's
as
still
well,
not working.
multiple
It's
other men.
crazy.
It truly feels like
It let
an
Lori.
exposure. So I'm all here for it if that's what's going to happen when it comes to Will Smith. Now, Nick Rena, who basically killed his mother and father in a very horrific incident and currently is in prison, his lawyers, guys, have quit. They're no longer going to be representing him. My ring light's quit at the same time, child, because my ring light doesn't want to talk about Nick Rena, who slit his mother and father's throat.
We
Alan
love
Jackson has
TikTok
announced in
Shop.
court that
TikTok
after
Shop is
discussions with Nick
great.
Rena, he has no choice
Hey,
but
I
to
like
withdraw from
that.
the case, and the
I
public
like that,
defender's
Millie.
office is officially taking over. Continued arraignment will be, deferred to February 23rd. So what is going on that the lawyers who are meant to defend Nick Rena can't even defend him? He's indefensible. He killed his mother and father. He wanted that coin. He's using his father's coin to help him now get free, talking about mental health related
You
issues.
crazy,
The man
sis.
is clearly indefensible. I don't think that really is the reason. I think that,
Thank
he
you for
can be
sharing out that
defended
live,
using
Michael.
mental health
Appreciate it.
related
Welcome to
issues and
hashtag I'm gonna
schizophrenia
say
from what he was
it.
recently diagnosed with. I think this is more of a financial issue, more of a money issue. Maybe some money is kind of blocked off. He doesn't know what to do. Recent sketches of him have been released where he shaved his head, much thicker eyebrows, and definitely looks quite scary in these sketches. But his lawyers quitting him on the biggest trial of his life after he basically ended the lives of his mother and father, and the rest of his siblings saw that. I honestly don't see a future for him. There might be people out there who can understand mental health related issues and can understand why Nick Rena did this or whatever, but his siblings want to kill him. Make it no mistake. If any of my siblings did that to my parents, I don't give a damn if you're ill. I don't give a damn about, being politically correct, mentally correct. I don't give a damn what you have. And this is me coming from, somebody who graduated in neuroscience and psychology and graduated in mental health. If one of my siblings did that to my parents, throw that degree out the damn window. You are crazy. Lock you up forever. I don't give a damn. And that is the reality. Let's keep it a buck. If somebody killed your
Facts.
parents, you're not going to be trying to give them understanding. You're just going to be fuming. And you've walked in and you've seen that. So his siblings definitely want it off him, clearly. And, his lawyer.
Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Millie. She just got that crew. She got that crew badge. I appreciate it. She became part of the fam club today. Fam, y'all. We don't use fan. There's no fans here. We're family. So it's fam club. Shout out to you. Peace and blessings to you, Millie. I appreciate that love and support. Thank you so much.
players are basically like over it. My voice is a bit deep, guys. I'm slightly
Thank you,
ill.
Rochelle, for the high
Partying
bear.
way too hard in Brazil is probably what it was. And, a 12-hour flight ain't cute when you're ill. So I do apologize. Hopefully I, have a speedy recovery for this weekend. But do let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Ray J, I don't know what's going on, but, Godspeed. That's all I can say. Hopefully, things don't end up really bad for you. Subscribe to the channel. It's just one click. Join.
All right, yeah, I did that. Shout out to Murad. We're going to follow up with him on another one, too, on our second segment. We only got 2 segments today, y'all. So we're about to go into the last one. But before we do, thank you all for blessing the gift and go. I pray you doing so. We have the high bears for our gift and goal for this broadcast. We have 11. We need 20. So we only need 9 more. We need 9 more people to come through there. Like I said, if you like the content and you enjoy it, make sure you click that orange heart when that goes off. So orange heart, that'll be right here. Make sure you click that right there and subscribe to the channel. If you sent heart me's over here, please make sure you go back and click that. Thank you for the high bear, Pink Tech. When you click that, make sure after you send a heart me, make sure you click that. Do your checklist and claim your points. I think it'll ask you to leave a comment and send a gift. And then you go back and hit claim. Click on it again and hit claim. It'll be in black. Click claim. Now remember, when you sign up for your subscription, you get a badge put next to your name that'll say crew. That allows my moderators and I to know that you're part of our news crew member team. When you leave a comment here in the live, it'll say crew, so we'll get to what you put in the live sooner and respond to it because we'll see that badge next to your name. Also, you get to use special stickers that is exclusively only for subscribers. So you'll be able to use those in the live as well. Last but not least, if you enjoy the content and would like to donate, we have a CA that's located in my BIO or my moderators posted throughout the live here, okay? So you can see it there. Any donation is it's a blessing, and we're thankful for it, all right? We're going to transition to, okay, I got you. Okay, my mods keep me on my toes on here. Okay, thank y'all for knocking out that goal. I appreciate it. Here, let's do this one because we all get with this one. Let's get our graphic up for our second segment. Here, let me bring him down just a little bit so y'all can see him. If it'll let me. Hey, how am I gonna light the live? I'm trying to move the picture. Okay. Where did I have that line? All right, there we go. So this man right here is very instrumental. Thank you for the friendship necklace, Millie. I appreciate that. It's definitely he has been acting weird with me too. It's tripping. It's tripping. He's very instrumental on bringing the music scene here in Atlanta in the 90s, right? Of course, we had some people come from here, out of here in the 80s and 70s and stuff like that. But in the 90s, he's very instrumental in putting our city on the map in regards to the music industry. Him, along with a famous 80s R&B singer, and he had some jams in the 90s too, Babyface. They went into partnership together or in business together, and they formed their own record label here in Atlanta called LaFace. LaFace Records. And LaFace Records had acts such as TLC on there, Outkast. Those are the 2 main ones, right? That really was shaping the music scene down here. Pink Tech said, yes, he is, and all the BS that came with it. Facts. She's definitely right on that. It was a lot of BS that came with it. He was also married to, I think her name was Pebbles. Yes, Pebbles was her name. He was married to her. And we all know that Pebbles and him were pretty much taking everything TLC was making. And they weren't, it was almost as if they was Diddy collectively, right? You like Pebbles? And she had some good songs too. Bad business practice, but good songs, But now he's also the person, this guy, both. He is the one who sent Usher from Atlanta to Diddy's back in the early 90s, Diddy's Flavor Camp. And we've covered on several shows what Diddy did to Usher's back door. Him, guilty, did it, sent it. Sent him up there, this guy. All right. And so now it says L.A. Reid is finished. Big celebrities testifying. Huge trial next week. Everything you need to know. Things is picking up, y'all. If he's got a trial that's starting next week. Fat Joe's trial has already started. I mean, it's a lot of things going, and we know Diddy's son's got something coming up. Shout out to Millie. She reached level 10 in that fam club. I appreciate it. He's mentioned in his kids and stuff. What else? So who else got it? Oh yeah, he's also got to. Diddy's also got his own thing coming up when it comes to April Lampros, if that still goes through. Thank you, Rochelle, for the friendship necklace. That I don't know. Yeah, this is tripping. I don't know what's going on with that. I hate that. I don't know if they're trying to censor me or what. It's crazy. But Diddy has his own case with that. If it goes through, Mint JG, welcome in, bestie. Thank you for that heart me. Make sure you click your orange heart and claim your points, love, okay? So if that goes through, he'll have to answer all 155 statements listed in the lawsuit filed by Miss April Lampros. As we know, there's several other civil lawsuits and a couple or a few federal that is supposed to be coming down the pipe as well. So without further ado, we're going to play the audio and get into our last segment so you all can have the rest of your day. And let's find out what they're saying about Mr. L.A. Reid.
When people tell me that I look tired, I find it to be so annoying because you take the 12-hour flight and let's just see how you look. Do you understand? Like, I really don't get it. If you take a long 12-hour flight, even if I slept 8 hours on this flight, I'm still going to look tired, guys. Jet lag also exists. And also, people just look tired, and it might have nothing to do with tiredness. It's also to do with genetics.
Yeah.
And I just have dark circles sometimes when, you know, I'm traveling a lot more or eyes could be puffier. It's really annoying when people say that because you take a 12-hour flight and let's see how you look on the same day or the day after, please. I'm glad I look, you know, like my skin looks great. I'm glad I'm not blown up in hives and acne post-flights because that would be crazy. If I have a little darkness under my circles, I don't think it's that serious. But what I think is serious is L.A. Reid's trial that no mainstream person is speaking about. These mainstream blogs are not speaking about L.A. Reid's trial. You know, I didn't even know it was going on. I made a whole list, guys, of trials happening this year that we were discussing, and I didn't even know that L.A. Reid was going to trial next week in New York. Right. John Legend is expected to be a witness in this case. Music mogul L.A. Reid will go on trial next week, accused of essay. A top record executive, Drew Dixon, is saying that she was essayed from him when they worked at Arista Records in 2001. Wow, we are in 2026. We're told John Legend will appear as a witness. Dixon, who has been one of the most relentless campaignners for justice for the victims of powerful men in the music business, claims that L.A. Reid assaulted her twice, while she was vice president of A&R at the storied label.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Drew, what did he say her name was? Drew Dixon. I feel like, hold on, there was somebody else that she accuses of. I want to say Russell Simmons, but I also don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing. So let me go look. I think that's who it was. I don't want, hold on. What did I say? I gotta. Yeah. Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons. She had a lawsuit filed against him too, against Russell Simmons at one point. Yeah, I knew that name sounded familiar. Okay, sorry, y'all.
where he was president. He, the president of Arista, would try to assault somebody who is the vice president. Why would you do that? Not that I'm saying that you should do it anyways, but why would you do that? She claims that after she rejected his advances, he throttled her career and that it never fully recovered. She had worked with stars including Whitney Houston and Santana, and claims that the American Idol judge blocked the signing of Legend as part of his retaliation against it. Dixon has also accused Def Jam's Russell Simmons of R-word and sued him for defamation when he suggested in an interview that Dixon and other accusers were lying. Dixon was a leading advocate for the Adult Survivors Act, the special statute under which she and other alleged victims, including Diddy's accusers, have sought convictions for crimes that would otherwise have been long past the statute of limitations. So, you know, good on her, first and foremost. Good on her. Good on Miss Drew Dixon for, you know, trying to support other victims, also coming for Russell Simmons, also coming for L.A. Reid, coming for the big giant in the music industry who thought that they could get away with anything because of the power that they had. Good on her. And I think that, you know, if John Legend is testifying to support her, this is a case where she will probably win and probably will get some kind of financial proceedings. I believe this, you know, is a civil case that is going on here. This isn't criminal. But I'm happy that this is happening. I'm happy that I'm just happy that Dixon is doing what she needs to do. It's also believed to be reported in August of 2025 that L.A. Reid actually lost his lawyers ahead of the SA trial in regards to Drew Dixon, this civil case that's taking place in New York.
Facts, sis.
So I don't even know who L.A. Reid has as representation. He probably found other people to replace him, but I'm all eyes on this case. I'll be reporting live on this case when it begins next week, and I'm just going to get into the thick of it. And we're going to see what happens here, how much L.A. Reid has to pay out, and when he does lose this case, and when he does pay out, other victims are going to be looking at what's going on and are going to come forward. She, Drew Dixon, who has been a pioneer in the Survivors Act, she's definitely going to be helping people to come forward after this case and after she has big names supporting. And when you have people like John Legend, it will bring press, it will bring articles, it will bring, you know, outside the courtroom, outside the courthouse, you have press just sitting there. It will bring that, not to the extent of Diddy, because this isn't as high profile, but it will bring that level of press. So she knows what she's doing. Grateful that someone like John Legend can testify, but also just for the fact that he is a big name in the industry. L.A. Reid is a big name in the industry. This will bring press. So I just wonder why this isn't being reported by the Shade Room, by Neighborhood Talk. Like, these big blogs aren't discussing L.A. Reid, and I don't understand why.
Hold on, I'm thinking, and I could be wrong. Somebody help me through here. Didn't like. Not right when it started with Diddy, but not too long after all this started with him, or when he was arrested and stuff like that. Wasn't John Legend and his wife mentioned in some things, or do I got that wrong? I might have it wrong. His wife has been accused of being involved with such things. Okay. So I wasn't tripping. Pink Texas, yep. Okay. All right. Just make sure. So, you know, we try to make sure we bring in the truth here. Thank y'all for helping me on that, for validating that.
Has he got them on payroll? Probably not, to talk about stuff, because if you really think about it, guys, the Shade Room has never said one negative thing about TD Jakes. And all of the SA lawsuits that he's facing for multiple gay men, let alone what his daughter's been accused of, or what the church Potter's house has been accused of, Shade Room have never said one thing about it. And when you really realize that these blogs that you follow that are meant to give you unfiltered news are actually being paid on the back end not to report on certain people, you're basically just you're following filtered news. And you know, that's not your intention. You want to follow pages that give you updates on everybody, or give the right energy to everybody, but rather you're following massive blog pages that actually aren't speaking on a lot of people because they're protecting them. They have deals with them. They've tied financial contracts with them to not speak about them, so that.
Hey, y'all, we need 14 more. We need 14 more of the friendship necklaces to meet our goal, and that'll be the last goal for the day.
You know, these people don't worry, because TD Jakes is just one small example. You know, he's a very big man, but there's one small example of people where you have these dealings with these blogs, I believe, where they just aren't spoken about. And I just think that once again, this LA retrial, why did I get to know about this via diddydocket.com on the app X? Why didn't I know about this via other platforms speaking about this? I truly don't understand. LA Reid is a big person in the game. And I would like to know as to why. Now, the Mary J. Blige, Misa Hilton lawsuit, guys, has been completely dismissed. Court scolds the abandonment of the case. Mary J. Blige basically can bank on a victory now that the lawsuit filed by her former sidekick Misa has been dismissed. And according to docs, Blige and her legal squad of Lisa Moore and Andrew were granted the motion to dismiss the suit that Misa filed back in July without prejudice, which means that Hilton can still pursue sanctions against if she chooses, but her lack of movement suggests there will be no more drama. So
Now, the fact that these two are falling out, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Mary won. It's kind of funny to me for the simple fact they were best of friends. They were best of friends. Diddy's also someone they have in common. But let's move on. They went to Cali, out to the West Coast. Misa was messing with Suge. In fact, that's how we got the picture of Suge playing with Justin in the floor, and it stated what the East don't take care of, the West will. Mary J at one point was trying to get with Pac, but Pac was saying her nether regions didn't smell so great, but she did that part, Jenny. I was just about to get to that, sis. But she did mess with Danny Boy, per Danny Boy's words. Right? And I don't know why he would lie, but anyways, per Danny Boy. And Danny Boy was underage at that time, you know. He said Biggie was scared of Suge. He may have been. I know that at one point Suge wanted to sign him, but of course we all see how that played out and didn't work. And then they were going to do Death Row East. Pac was going to start Death Row East, and I think it was Rakim. I think Rakim was going to help him with that too. Yeah. Oh, he said on the video. Yeah, I mean, and it very well could be. I mean, you got to think that was a big dude and his reputation at that time. And now what we know about Big, I mean, you know, given the video with the Transformer in it, and allegedly, he allowed Diddy to do some things to him. So, and I often refer back to that lyric where he told the girl she looked so good that he would suck on her daddy's thing. And again, no. So to me, a straight person, that wouldn't even be a lyric to a straight person. Like, they wouldn't even think to pen that lyric. I digress, though. I'm digressing on that one. But here they are fighting each other or going at it with each other. Misa, I really ain't got nothing for Misa no more. As many times as Diddy went up against her head and kicked her under the car and stuff like that, and how he's doing their son or whatever, well, they're supposed to be their son. I mean, then she goes and takes up for him at court and tries to act like he's some kind of good moral person. So Misa, she can go somewhere else with that. Mary ain't off the hook neither.
Misa Hilton, basically, much like Diddy's sons and Diddy himself, well, not really P. Diddy himself, but Diddy's sons, that Justin Combs, all of them basically just talk a big game when it comes to the courts, but they basically just disappear. What do you mean lack of movement for why this has been dismissed? And the judge is scolding the abandonment of the case. If you've come with all of this energy, Misa, why have you suddenly disappeared? You look like the fool now. Mary J. Blige has won the victory, partial victory, complete victory, whatever you want to call it. She's won the victory. You look like a fool, because why would you come with all of this energy to file this and everybody was speaking about it? That was in the blogs, and then suddenly it basically just disappeared. It's a bit cowardly, in my opinion. It's very cowardly. Maybe she doesn't have the legal fees to afford this lawsuit, and to come up against Mary J. Blige, like, what are you doing? Like, she's gonna fight for this. She probably has a lot more money than you do. And as last time I checked, your son Justin Combs is facing a few lawsuits and has been accused and was recently just served as of a couple of weeks ago. So perhaps they thought, let's use the money in more appropriate spaces. And Mary J. Blige is in the space right now because Justin Combs is facing his own essay lawsuits, and none of that has been dismissed. He's only just been served. Let me know your thoughts, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up. I would.
Shout out, no, for real, shout out to Murad on that, and we pray that he starts feeling better soon. But look, though, he put some stuff on the table that we cover here pretty often. But of course, we also have our ops that come in and think that we don't know what we're talking about. But he put it on the table. He talked about it. That's why a lot of these celebrities, they do certain things that's not good, and they have it scrubbed from the internet. They have the person either removed, rather it be fatally or in stopping them from making money or blackballing them from the industry. But or they, like I said, they can have things pulled off the internet, so we'll never be able to find it. Like you either have to know right then and see it right then, or be in the know, or be in the loop and see it when it happens. And if it's something bad, they have people that'll remove that, and so we'll never know, right? Pink Tech, thank you for the friendship bracelets. I appreciate you. You know that. So I'm glad he said that. I really am glad he said that, because once again, it's important that people understand when you say, well, it's nowhere on the internet or I don't see it. Some things they have the ability to scrub and finesse. You get me? So with that being said, we're going to keep an eye on this. We're going to keep an eye on it. Okay, hold on. My mom said reset that. So since we about to end, we're going to do something brief. I appreciate y'all helping us hit that gifting goal, all that was able to. Thank you. Those who weren't, thank you for being here. Here, let's do this. Let's do this. We're just going to go a little, we'll put a little 10 on the board. We'll put a 10 spot on it. All right, them finger hearts. I appreciate it. But we're going to keep our eye on this, and we're going to also make sure we pay attention to that January 26th date, because we want to see if Diddy is still going to have to answer the questions that April Lampros, I say questions, but it's really statements that she put in her lawsuit. Is he going to really have to answer it? Lori, thank you for the finger heart. Pink Tech, thank you for the finger hearts. I appreciate it. Sis, thank you for the finger hearts. Thank y'all so much. We're going to see if he really has to do it, because remember, he doesn't have to go into New York and go to the court. They've got it set up in a room. Supposedly, it's going to be set up in a room where there's a camera. He's going to be able to basically, it's not Zoom, but it'll be like a Zoom thing. And so the judge will be able to see him as well, and he'll have to answer those questions. And it's not a plead the fifth option. He's got to answer the questions. And one of the things we really want to look at is the fact that look forward to him answering is the question about him allegedly having highly infectious virus, right? We want to do that. Thank you for the love TikToks live. I appreciate that, Pink Tech. I didn't see what that was floating at first. I had to read it. So we want to see this thing. We want to see how this comes out, how this plays about, and see if he's actually going to answer those things. Because at the end of the day, if he answers it and it comes to be that he does have it and has been openly having intimate relationships with these people, but yet not letting them know that he's a carrier of it, then you also know he'll be in a world of trouble. You get me? Monique Black, shout out to Monique Black. Let's give it up to her. She just reached that fam level 4 in the fam club. Thank you so much, Monique. Hope you're having a great day. Pink Tech, thank you for the greeting hearts. I appreciate you. Mint JG, thank you for the heart me. Is that heart me? No, finger heart. Thank you. Get my gifts wrong. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate it. So we'll make sure that we keep an eye on that. We also want to make sure we try to see when Christian goes. Is it Christian or Justin? It may be both of them. No, I think it's Christian. I think It's Christians that's supposed to start in January, I think. So we'll make sure we keep an eye on Christians, see if we get Christians lost court date going too as well. Lil Rod, I don't know. His is pushed back. His has gotten pushed back, and I don't know till when. So, Mint JG, thank you. I appreciate you. Are so sweet. Thank you for the heart. I mean, the finger hearts. I don't know why I keep saying heart. I think because I keep looking at that congrats Pink Tech, and I see that heart right there. You know. But once again, hey, thank y'all for joining me. Again, like I said, if you was in for both broadcasts, thank you for spending your day with me. Thank you for being loyal and coming back. Thank you for rocking with me for sure in that first one. That first one got a little heated. That was very emotional, but we got through it. We got through it, y'all. And I have to thank y'all. Thank my moderators for keeping me in line and telling me, hey, stay focused. Stop arguing with everybody. You know, but you know, I appreciate that. That's why I have y'all on deck. That's why you guys keep me in line and keep y'all be honest with me. Y'all keep it real. I appreciate that. So before we leave, let's give it up to our gifters and uplifters. Y'all, everybody in the live, let's give a round of applause to these moderators of mine that work hard. They work hard, y'all, and I'm not easy. I have, you know, they have to keep me in line. Last but not least, let's thank all of you for spending time with us here. I appreciate it. Remember, if you hadn't subscribed to the channel, please go and take this time to go and subscribe to this channel. That way, you'll get the badge that says crew put next to your name. And when you leave a comment in here, your badge will stand out to us. We'll be able to respond to you. Niece, you're in trouble. You're late for both shows. Niece is in trouble, y'all. I want y'all to know Niece is in trouble. And also, you'll get to use special stickers that's only exclusively available to subscribers. Here in the live, you'll be able to do that. Like I said, if you enjoy the content, you would just like to donate. You really don't want to get a subscription or anything like that. You just want to donate. We have a C8 that you can send that to, and it'd be greatly appreciated. That's $, that's a $, G Smooth 404. All right. Also, I want to. Oh, thank you for that gym gun, Pink Tech. Thank you for the gym gun, Pink Tech. I appreciate that. Also, remember, tomorrow night, OCWA, it goes down. Friday Night Fight Club. And y'all know who your Fight Club champion is, right? So this is how it's set up. We start at 6:30, right? We have a tournament. The combatants go through the tournament. Whoever wins that tournament gets to face your boy for my championship at the end. They better bring it. They better bring it, because I ain't got no plans of letting this title go. And in fact, next Wednesday, I have plans on winning the heavyweight championship. I want to have 2. There's never enough gold. I got to have that. So tune in tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on Twitch. Go and subscribe to MC3 SFT9. Go ahead and hit that follow button, subscribe button, and make sure you join us. Make sure you join us. 6:30 tomorrow. Be there. We'll be in the live. Millie, thank you for the finger hearts, love. I appreciate it. We'll be in the live. We'll be talking. You can communicate with us in there, and we'll just be going back and forth. It's just all fun. And then remember, we follow it up Saturday. Saturday night at 6:30, same channel. We have Saturday Night Showdown, brought to you by OCWA, presented by GIW, which is Global Impact Wrestling. If you haven't watched Dope Girls, you need to go on over there to YouTube. You need to subscribe to Tayretta Vision Films and watch the entire first season of Dope Girls. That way, when we air season 2, you'll already know what's going on. You can be up to date. You'll see what's happening. I'm telling you, we got some things in store for y'all, season 2. So you want to do that. You definitely want to do that for sure. All right? This has been your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, reporting from the newsroom. You all have a blessed day. Be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. And know that I love you all to life. Peace and blessings to you all.